In today's Madden 25 video, I'm going to break down the complete guide to perfect passing so you never have to worry about getting inaccurate off-target passes again. Now in this video, I'm going to break down all the different passing settings you have at your disposal, break down exactly what each one of them does, and then give you my preferred settings, the best settings in the game to ensure accurate passes every time. So the first thing I'm going to want you guys to do, jump into practice mode, but make sure you pick the team and the quarterback you actually use. Now, the reason for this is all different quarterbacks have all sorts of different releases. So if you're going to practice with a quarterback that you don't even use, you're going to give yourself, you're going to do yourself a disservice and just give yourself like basically false hope, false results. Now, what you're going to do when you go into practice mode is immediately you want to go into your options and settings. You just pause the game, go into options and settings. You can click on game options. Now, when you see this, you'll see you have passing mechanics. And we have quite a few different options here. I'm going to break down each and every one of them and then explain what I recommend doing and then show some examples of how to practice this and why I prefer to use the settings I do. So first of all, classic passing. If you've been playing Madden, for some years and then took the last year or two off, you're probably used to classic passing. Classic passing is essentially just basic lead passing, but you don't have too much control over the lead. It's the simplest system to use, but it's probably, in my opinion, the worst one because you just really don't have as much control of leading the ball. Like I said, if you've taken a year or two off, you're probably used to classic passing, but I would not recommend using it. Now, placement is essentially, you're going to get control over the pass placement, right? How much power and how much lead you put on the pass. You'll have control over it. The problem with placement is you have no control over the accuracy of the pass. So if you have a really good quarterback that's great passing accuracy, it'll probably be good. But if you don't, you're going to have random bad throws, which I don't really want, right? I don't want my throws to be random based upon my player ratings. If I don't have a good quarterback, I'm kind of screwed. So I actually prefer to use placement and accuracy, and this is the new system that actually was implemented last year. If you played last year, I hope you got used to it, because it is the best once again. So with placement and accuracy, what you're going to get is, again, full control over leading the ball that Classic doesn't really give you, but you also get control over the accuracy of the pass, which placement doesn't give you. Now, I'll show you examples of all this, explain how it works, but basically think of 2K. If you play NBA 2K, there's a shot meter to get the perfect release. It's kind of the same thing on here, and there's different, variations to your release and the feedback you'll get when you throw the ball. Again, we're going to show examples in a second. Now, for passing slowdown, you need to turn that off. You can't even have it on if you play online, so just turn it off. Pass lead increase, you can either have none, small, medium, or large. So essentially, the pass lead increase is basically the amount of how far you can lead the pass. If you put it on small, it's giving you the smallest amount of pass lead you can use. Medium is the medium amount. Large is the second largest, and none. There's literally no limit. You could place a ball out of the stadium if you wanted. Now, small gives you the least amount of room or amount of you can lead. But it's honestly the most user-friendly, especially if you're starting out, because there's not as much room for error. You start getting into medium, large, and especially none. Well, with these, there's literally no limit on the pass lead, so you can put them anywhere you want. Obviously, that's cool and all, but there's more room for error. So I personally, I do a lot of pass leads, and I feel like I get by on small. And I feel like I don't really ever have terrible throws. Whereas, if I was to put it on none, yeah, I might be able to do a little bit more, but I'd have more errant throws. To me, it's not worth it, especially if you're a newer player. If you're looking to get better at Madden 25 and win more games, sportsgamers.com is the place to be. Check out my Madden VIP membership where you get access to all of my Madden 25 content all year long. You'll get access to every offensive and defensive game plan I release, all of my secret premium tips that I release every week for my VIP members, and finally, access to my VIP community with guaranteed updates all year long. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Let's dominate together, boys. Small is really what I would recommend doing. Now for the reticle and meter visibility, put it on user only. The speed of the reticle, that's up to you. Now personally right now I have it on 7 out of 20. The lower it is, the slower the reticle moves. Now the reticle is essentially, and I'll show you guys again, examples in the practice field. That's basically controlling, where you're putting the ball, right, with the reticle. So the lower the speed, the slower it moves. The higher the speed, the faster it moves. So yes, again, you can do more the higher you put it, but again, it gives you a little bit of a wider margin or a bigger margin for error. So, if you had it on 20, you can whip that thing all over the place like you're playing Halo or something, but again, might mess up. Put it on, 1 or 2, it's going to move very slow. You might not be able to do as much you want. For me, I think 7's a good middle ground. I have played on more like 11 and 12. I just feel like 7 is a little bit better for me. So that's something I kind of recommended, experimenting yourself recommended. See what you like. I think anywhere from like the 6 to 12 range is all pretty good. Once you get lower and higher than that, to me, it gets a little dicey. So now that you understand the settings, let me actually go into practice mode and explain how this really works. So you could, if you're new to the game, you could literally pick an offensive only practice session, so there's no defense on the field. That will just make it easier to get used to the pass lead. But, if you're a relatively, seasoned Madden player, I would just get out here, and play with the defense on the field. Just pick any passing play and just get used to the leading and really just the accuracy of it. So I have Anthony Richardson here. Guys, as a reminder, free daily Madden 25 videos on this channel, gameplays and tips, and I also do some college football 25 content. So if you enjoy it, if you're new, drop me a subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video. Do appreciate it. So here, we're just gonna use some corner routes, quick little corner routes to show you guys how this exactly works. So first of all, to activate your free-form pass lead, you're gonna need to either hold down L2 or LT when throwing the ball. So it just depends upon your system, and let's show you guys exactly how that works. Now, couldn't get the ball off there because apparently, they just wanted to blitz the crap out of me. So we're going to block the running back, make sure we have a little bit more time here. So again, I'm just leading this corner route away from the DB. Now to do this, basically what I did is as soon as I was releasing the ball, I held down L2. If you're on Xbox, that's LT. I pressed the icon of the receiver I wanted to throw to, and as I'm holding down either L2 or LT, I move the left analog stick in the direction I want to lead it. So here with this corner route, I'm holding down L2 or LT as I'm pressing triangle to throw a bullet pass, and then I'm leading it to the left, just like this, to get a little bit more room and separation. And you guys can see, that's going to give you more separation and have a better chance of catching this ball in stride for a touchdown. Guys, if you play on Classic and you don't use freeform, you're not getting these pass leads. Now, I just want to let you guys know, just because you have placement and accuracy on does not mean you have to use freeform. So like, if you have placement and accuracy on and you don't hold down L2 or LT to freeform, it's basically going to be just classic passing. So, in my mind, why not use it? But as you guys see here, I throw this. Look, when I throw the ball, there's not much separation, but because I have this placement and accuracy freeform, see how I'm able to lead it? Bam. So that's kind of how the leading works. All right, guys, now you know how to lead the ball. Let's pay attention to the passing meter. So the passing meter, you're getting the accuracy feedback. So let's just go ahead and just run a street corner, some sort of flat. And I want you guys to watch the visual feedback on my meter. Now that time that was orange. Orange is not the best, it's not the worst. If you get orange, you're probably going to get an okay pass, but it's not going to be perfect, and it definitely can get intercepted. Green is very good. Green is pretty much going to be a completion, accurate pass almost every time. Though the things you want to avoid are definitely orange, though. Orange is like iffy. Blue, on the other hand, is perfect. If you get a blue pass, you're going to get perfect accuracy every single time. And, even if you're running out of the pocket, throwing across your body, if you get a blue pass, it's pretty much going to be perfect. So like right there is green. And as you guys see, green, honestly, if you can consistently get greens, you're going to be fine. It's really just the oranges and yellows and all that. Like the orangish yellow color, this is not good at all. It's going to lead to some potential picks. Like if you get one of those orangish yellowish ones, you can definitely get bad throws, overthrows, underthrows. And on this game, those can result in interceptions. So definitely get into practice mode and not only practice the free form with the L2 or LT, but then also practice just the timing of the throw on your meter, right? Now, ideally, you're aiming for blue. Like I said, blue is perfect every time. Green is good enough. Now, I've used a few different teams on this game, so I'm not at the point where I can get blues every time with any quarterback. I can get them here and there, but I've at least gotten to the point where, when I'm paying attention, I feel like I can get at least a green almost every time, and that truly is going to be good enough. So hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to smash that like button. Till next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.